Hello and welcome back to another video on Unpack Technologies. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to view and monitor active processes on your Mac using Activity Monitor. This particular app allows you to view all aspects of the internal situation of your Mac, including CPU, RAM usage, network, and much more. It's a pretty simple process and will allow you to effectively see all the current processes on your Mac. So let's get straight into it. Alright, so to open up Activity Monitor, all you have to do is go to Spotlight Search or your Applications folder and just search Activity Monitor and then click Enter. Now, as soon as you open Activity Monitor, it will default to the CPU page or whatever page was used last. And then once you give it a moment to load, it will show you all the different processes as well as the current situation down the bottom. So we'll start by having a look at CPU and then we'll go through all these different lists here. So you can see under CPU all the different processes that are currently using up different parts of the CPU here. If you can't exactly see what the name is, you can pull it out so that you can see what it is here up the top. You can drag on any of these lines just to make it a bit bigger here, and you can see what's using up all your system resources. So all these different apps are currently using part of the CPU, and if we have a look down the bottom here, we can see the system is using about 7%. The user, which is me, is also using around 7 or 8%. And then at the moment, around 82% of the CPU is idling. So this is an Apple M1 chip. It's not getting used much at the moment other than the screen recording for this video. We can also see the amount of threads here, 3,500-ish. And then the processors currently is sitting at around 760. So we can scroll through this and see all the different things that are currently running. You can then click information on whatever you've selected. So you can see this is universal control. You can see how much RAM size it's using, virtual RAM size, all this other statistics if you would like to know that. So you can get into more detail. And then if you just want to quit it, because it might be using too much memory, you can just quit there, and then we can quit it like so. Then if we go into the next tab, which is memory, same sort of thing here. You can see all the different processes here, as well as down the bottom, you've got a graph about the memory pressure. And we've got, this computer has 8 gigabytes of physical memory. We can see it's currently using 6.8 gigabytes roughly. It's got 1.1 gigabytes cache and 0 bytes of swap used. And we can see that out of this, 2.5 gigs is Apple memory, 1.4 gigs is wired, and then the remaining 2.4 is compressed. So that just gives you a bit of a breakdown of what's happening in here. As you can see, 8 gigabytes is probably the bare minimum these days, because this, all that's open at the moment is Activity Monitor and doing a screen recording, and it's using almost all of that RAM, and it was getting into yellow before. So definitely is probably on the lower end of what you need these days, especially for modern websites. And then if you ever need more memory, the newer Apple computers do use swap memory, which uses part of the internal SSD to give you a little bit more RAM in a sense. The next page is energy, so we can just see how much energy this machine is using. It takes a little while to load in here, but you can see different things like the energy impact, 12 hours power, how much power would use in a 12-hour period, and all these other statistics as well, with a nice little graph down here showing how much energy is getting used. I'm not sure if these boxes are supposed to be filling out. I think they are, but it's either taking a while or it's not loading properly. But you can see that those two boxes should have information as well. You can see in the drop-down menu up here, you've also got a few other options here as well if you really want to dive in. But at any time, if you just want to exit out of some of these apps, you can just click the X up here, and then you can quit the process. So that applies on all pages. Then if we have a look over at the disk section, you can see that down the bottom here, we can see The blue is our reads per second, and the red is the writes per second. So you've got a little graph there. You can change it between I/O and data if you would like to. And then you can see on this side, it's just the raw numbers, and then this side is it in gigabytes and storage units here. So since the computer's been running today, it's read 36 gigabytes and it's written 7.2 to the drive. So that gives you an idea here. And then this just shows you how many bytes have been written and read across each application on this computer. So you can see that these different options here are all using up certain amounts of the disk. So once again, if something's excessively using a lot of your disk, you can just turn that off when you need to. And then finally, in the network section, you can see once again, since this computer's been up and running, it's received 758.5 megabytes and it's sent 31.6 megabytes. So not much at all. Haven't been using this computer much today, but once again, it gives you a little graph here. You can change it between packets and data if you would like to. But this just gives you an idea of what's happening here, and then also what's sort of going on over the entire system. So yeah, that's the quick and easy overview of how to use Activity Monitor to monitor the current processes and also the situation that's going on internally on your machine. So maybe if something's slowing down or crashing, or you're just curious to see some of this data, you can hop into Activity Monitor and it gives you a great overview of what's happening. It's a bit like Task Manager on Windows. It sort of serves that same purpose. So yeah, hopefully this was helpful and gave you a good idea on how to monitor the current situation of your macOS device. Let me know in the comments below if you have any other video suggestions for me, maybe especially to do with macOS tutorials since you're watching this video, because I'm more than happy to make those if you would like to see them. And with that, thanks for watching this video on Unpack Technologies. Don't forget to leave a like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video.